The Arizona Humane Society needs your help to save the lives of thousands of sick, injured, and abused Valley pets. Find out how you can make a difference on today's special edition of Pets on Parade. Good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of Pets on Parade brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Now, after almost 6 months of being off air, we have definitely missed you. And as you can imagine, the pandemic has really made the Arizona Humane Society have to change the way we do some things. So we're checking in with AHS President and CEO, Dr. Hansen, to give us an inside scoop at what you have made continue to be possible.
The summer months at the Arizona Humane Society are always our busiest time, and now with the COVID crisis, we've had many areas that have been impacted. When COVID first hit, we changed immediately. We increased all of our cleaning protocols, everybody wears masks, we implemented social distancing, but our most important focus was to make sure that we would continue taking care of the vulnerable animals in Maricopa County. We did change several of our programs to make sure that could happen. This includes our adoptions process. We moved to a virtual matchmaking process, and we're adopting out at least 80% of what we would normally adopt out. Our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital actually shifted to 24/7 to make sure that we could take care of the Valley's most vulnerable animals. Along with that, we also increased our foster capacity. Today, we have 600 animals in foster and 500 animals under roof. Our foster process is also virtual, making sure that we're able to have curbside services and move pets in and out as safely as possible. Also essential was keeping our public clinic open and actually expanding hours. We went to 7 days a week in our public clinic, and we focused on urgent care cases for the general public. And that clinic has been very busy all summer long, serving the needs of youngsters in the Valley. The COVID crisis has affected the Arizona Humane Society financially. We project about a $1.3 million shortfall, and that's a result from a decrease in donations as well as a decrease in general service revenues that we would normally have encountered. We very much appreciate our donors, and during this time, your gifts are so very important to ensuring that we can take care of the Valley's most vulnerable animals. So as a result of the pandemic, there are a lot of lessons that I've learned and that we've learned as an organization. We've learned that we can change immediately, quickly, and effectively. We've learned how dedicated our staff are, and we've learned how dedicated donors are. We really appreciate your support, and this is an important day to make sure that we do have the funds that we need to keep our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital and the rest of our key programs in service all summer, all year long.
Donations allow AHS to be the safety net for the Valley's most vulnerable pets, like these sweet pups, who we'll check in with throughout the show, as well as pets like Hope, the face of our Urgent Summer Fund, who was saved after she battled a severe infection when her paw's circulation was cut off due to a foreign object. And thanks to Stuart and Ted Tufty, amazing supporters of AHS, every donation to the Arizona Humane Society throughout today's show will be doubled up to $50,000 to give a second chance at life to pets like Hope, who is now thriving in her forever home. That means that you can make twice the impact right now by calling the toll-free number on your screen at 877-583-0283 or by visiting azhumane.org/give. At the Arizona Humane Society, we truly see some of the worst and most horrific cases of animal abuse and neglect, but we work hard each and every day to give each pet a fighting chance at life. Pets like Piglet and Baby Yoda. This is their incredible story.
My team investigates animal cruelties in 9 cities throughout the Valley and does sick and injured animal pickups throughout the entire Valley. Throughout the year, we investigate 7,700 cases of animal cruelty and abuse, and we also bring in around 4,600 sick and injured animals throughout the Valley.
Today was a case with a total of 25 dogs and 9 cats, all showing signs or symptoms of sarcoptic and Demodex mange.
So in order to keep my team safe, we geared up in full Tyvek suits, top to bottom, to ensure that we would not get contaminated ourselves. The most amazing thing is when you're out on a scene of a cruelty case and you grab an animal and you pick it up to put it in the ambulance, and it literally rests its head on its shoulder and puts out that huge sigh. It's that moment of they trust you and they know that they're finally safe.
The Arizona Humane Society's Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital is an amazing hospital. It is the largest trauma center for homeless animals in the Southwest. We see about 12,000 patients in that space per year, and these are the community's sick, injured, homeless animals that need our help. Over the past 7 years, we've reduced euthanasia by 81%, and we just keep driving to see what else we can do to better the treatment of the animals in our care and in our community. So we have Baby Yoda, a middle-aged shepherd, probably 7-8 years old. If you were to look at Baby Yoda, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was a German shepherd. There's maybe a few hairs that stick out of her head. All this hair loss is because she's been scratching and itching, and there's been so much damage to her hair follicles, the hair comes out. So this isn't something that happens overnight. This happens over a long period of time. So this poor dog has just been miserable, itching from having these little parasites live all over her. We'll be working with her. It'll be a long stretch. You know, this didn't happen overnight, and we're definitely not going to be able to make her all better overnight. So little Piglet here, she also has 2 different types of skin mites. One burrows under the skin and one gets into the hair follicles. As you can imagine, having something burrow into your skin can make you feel very itchy. While she's with us, she's going to continue to get some medicated baths, which will help with her skin because she has some bacterial and fungal infections as well. So she'll be getting medicated baths, and she'll also be getting some laser treatment.
Good baby, good baby. They said she's like a typical shepherd and like she cries about getting a bath, but she's doing really good.
If we weren't there, what was going to happen to those dogs? They were just going to continue to go downhill. There's nothing better than being a part of an organization that's able to transform the lives of pets.
Baby Yoda, you actually look like a shepherd. Oh my goodness, why you make me cry? You actually look like a shepherd again. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. You couldn't even tell what she was when we picked her up. It was just one big pile of wrinkles. You couldn't even tell it was a dog, let alone what breed it was.
So when we look at a case like this and we look at a dog like Piglet and all the extensive care that she's going to require on a regular basis, that's a lot of manpower, it's a lot of medication, and it's not inexpensive. And so that's why it's so important for people to donate. Their donations go towards helping us save 18,000 of the most vulnerable animals in our community per year. And without donations, we would not be able to help these animals.
She has hair! Lots and lots of hair. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful you are. Amazing.
So while we've seen tremendous strides over the past 7 years and we keep moving forward, it's important to remember that our community continues to grow. We're one of the fastest communities in the nation, and with that, more people means more pets. And so you can't stop, you can't rest.
For those that donate to make our work possible, I just say thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. I wouldn't have my team, we wouldn't have the shelter team, we wouldn't have the shelter at all. In the beginning, we really had no idea if she was going to make it because she was the worst out of everyone that we had brought in. That's why I love this organization. We never give up.
Piglet and Baby Yoda's story was taped before COVID hit and towards the end of their recovery. But look at Baby Yoda now, 6 months later with her best friend Jordy the Golden. When you give $100, you provide critical IV fluids to save pets who have been rescued by an AHS emergency animal medical technician or to a pet needing a life-saving surgery in AHS's Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital. And make sure to stay tuned after the break. We're going to give you even more incredible and inspiring stories just like the ones that you saw earlier. Welcome back to this special edition of Pets on Parade, where all of your donations during today's show will be matched up to $50,000 thanks to our great supporters, Ted and Stuart Tufte. When you make a donation to AHS, you're helping pets right here in Maricopa County. The Arizona Humane Society is not affiliated with any other animal welfare organization or humane society and does not receive government funding. So your gift right now is critical, especially during the dangerous summer months. Now let's check in with Bretta Nelson in our Bottle Baby ICU to see an incredibly inspiring story of just one of our more than 900 tiniest patients that have already been saved this year because of your support.
You are absolutely right, Kelsey. Here at the Arizona Humane Society's Bottle Baby Kitten Intensive Care Unit, our team is dedicated to caring for these little guys 24/7. They truly have nowhere else to go, and sadly, across the country, oftentimes these little kittens don't make it. But little Puddin' here is proof that they do because of all of you. And little kitties like Zion. Here's his incredible story.
At just 5 days old, something wasn't quite right with this orphaned kitten. Little Zion just couldn't seem to use his back legs. But the Arizona Humane Society's Bottle Baby technicians wouldn't give up on him, so they got creative. Using tongue depressors, gauze, and medical tape, they fashioned together many homemade splints for this tiny baby. After just 1 week, Zion started using his back legs.
So much better.
While in his foster hero home, Zion was just like every other kitten. Wiggly, cuddly, and of course, irresistibly cute. Because of your support, Zion was given a second chance at life and has found his forever home.
If Zion has touched your heart like he has ours, your donation of $1,000 will be doubled today to help save the lives of 2 pets in need, just like him, thanks to today's $50,000 match. And joining us now are Ted and Stuart Tufte, who have made today's life-saving match possible. Thank you both so much for being here with us. Now, this is not the only time that you have helped the Arizona Humane Society save so many lives. Last year, we also were able to have an amazing adoption special where 347 pets found their forever homes thanks to you. Stuart, can you tell us about what inspired you to do that last year?
Well, you had an event in the summer the year before, and we were so impressed with how the process went with people who just wanted and needed a dog or a cat, a pet, a critter, and you facilitated it with another donation company. And we just saw how beautiful it was, and it just made Ted and my heart just sing because everyone was so happy. The dogs were happy, the cats were happy, and of course the people were so happy.
Oh my goodness, well you definitely make our hearts sing too, and you guys are absolutely amazing fosters, even by your current foster, Wiley, today. Now Ted, you guys have helped make the $50,000 match today possible. What inspired you to help the Arizona Humane Society in this way again?
Well, you know, we just get really a joy of seeing when the event happens, seeing what happens, what takes place, and you know, I saw it the last time. I just had one event, and when we were there at the events, which we went to both places during the first one we did, and see the joy on people's face when they're getting a dog, a cat, an animal that they adopt. And it's just amazing. It makes you feel so good. and said, well, if we can do more to help them, we're willing to do it.
Well, you know, especially during this pandemic and during the summer months is when we need the help the most. So we really appreciate you being able to get our donations doubled today. So we just so appreciate your generosity, and we thank you for being here with us today. And you still have time to donate. If this has inspired your heart, just like it has ours, make sure to call the number on your screen or visit azhumane.org/give. And make sure to tune in after the break. We're going to show you how our emergency animal medical technicians and cruelty investigators continue to save the lives of more pets like the puppies on your screen. Welcome back to today's Urgent Summer Fun special edition of Pets on Parade, where you can have your donations doubled up to $50,000 thanks to our generous supporters, Ted and Stuart Tufte. And you can save the lives of twice as many pets like Milk Dud here by visiting azhumane.org/give or calling the number on your screen. Just last year, AHS's animal cruelty investigators responded to more than 7,400 suspected cases of animal cruelty. As you can imagine, the hot summer months are riddled with urgent heat-related calls, and the pandemic has left even more pets and people in need of help. Let's see how your donations help our teams save the lives of those in need.
My name is Mark Smith. I'm an animal cruelty investigator with the Arizona Humane Society.
My name is Julie. I've been with the Arizona Humane Society for about 5 years.
My name is Ruthie Jesus, and I'm the field operations supervisor. I'm also emergency animal medical technician and animal cruelty investigator. The team responds to more than 12,000 calls a year, more than 7,400 of which are animal cruelty investigations. And certainly in the summertime, our calls for no water, no shelter, entangled animals, animals in a hot car definitely go up.
So when we first arrive on scene now, we're making sure we're wearing masks and gloves and trying to avoid going in the homes when we can avoid it. A lot of times we can't because we're going to see conditions, horrid conditions and things like that. So we're still doing what we have to do, but we're just taking extra precaution.
Good girl.
I think one of the toughest part about our job is that our team never knows when we're going to come into direct contact with COVID or someone who's been exposed to COVID. So I did respond to one of the first confirmed COVID cases where one owner had passed away and one was in the hospital, and there were 2 small dogs left in the home. And it was very difficult because the police were scared and the neighbors were scared and family members were scared, but that's our job. And we don't leave animals behind.
Put you down here. Get some air conditioning going.
Lately, during this COVID-19 pandemic, I think I have particularly been able to find joy in the interaction with families that have tried multiple agencies looking for help and assistance for their animals, and no one has been able to help them. And being able to make their day and tell them, I'm here, I'm gonna save your animals, I'm gonna go in and feed and water them while you're in the hospital, I'm gonna make sure that they're taken care of when you're not able to. Being able to provide that comfort to somebody, it's what I would want if I was in the same position.
I mean, that's been probably during this pandemic been one of the most rewarding parts is actually seeing people, be scared and think they're going to lose their pet because they couldn't afford something, and then us end up helping them keep their pet in that loving home is always, is a great feeling. And, I love being able to do that. I don't always want to be the bad guy in taking pets, but if it's warranted, I do enjoy it, rescuing the animals. But if I can help someone and keep them in their home, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
I think it's definitely difficult to knowing that there are so many people impacted by COVID-19. There are people sick, there are people dying, there are people in quarantine for prolonged periods of time, and there's so many people out there that have lost their jobs, that are struggling to pay their bills.
Hi! How you doing?
There's a lot of organizations that have had no choice but to cut back their services to the community, and unfortunately that means that the animals sometimes suffer. So we have to do this job. We have to be out there. If we don't do it, nobody else will. So, it's really important that we face our fears and just keep at it and do the work that's in front of us, because there's a lot of families and a lot of animals that are counting on us. So I consider it an absolute privilege to be able to not only have my job, but be able to continue to do the work that we do.
You can see them go from when you first got them in the condition that they were in to walking out the door, if it's a dog wagging their tail, or like a happy family carrying a cat carrier out, and you know, everybody, it makes you want to cry. You know, I always, in passing, if we see that, we always say congratulations, and everybody's so excited, and the animals are, you know, just, they get a new start, they get a new life, and that's our whole purpose.
Help our EAMTs stay in motion with a $500 donation and keep one of AHS's rescue ambulances on the road for a week. Right now, your donations will go twice as far with our $50,000 donation match, thanks to Ted and Stuart Tufte. When we come back, we'll update you on more of AHS's life-saving efforts, plus there's going to be a possum surprise after the break. Welcome back to today's special edition of Pets on Parade, where all of your donations are matched up to $50,000. And at the Arizona Humane Society, how we've continued to save lives has changed a little bit, but the why has never changed. Now, I say that is definitely an impact. And speaking of having an impact, we're welcoming back the Tuftes as well as Dr. Hansen for a little surprise. Tuftes, please take it away.
Okay, well, we have a little something special for you, Dr. Hansen. Another little thing we want to do to help the cause, help the animals get new homes and that. So I have a check to you, the Humane Society, in the amount of $50,000. So now the work is on your lap because you got to go out and get funds to match that $50,000. So you start the work and let's make it happen because I don't want any of it back.
Thank you so much, Ted and Stuart. You're so very generous. This is an amazing gift that will help us save so many more lives. So we will make sure that we match it with all the generosity from our viewers today and save a lot more animals' lives.
Oh my goodness, we are so excited. We are so grateful. Thank you so much to both Ted and Stuart for this amazing gift, and thank you so much for everyone out there. Now, we've shown you just a handful of lives saved, but imagine that 18,000 times over. That is what you're able to help us do each and every year. That's it for today's Pets on Parade special edition. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.